Hey yo, I'm back. I'm not dead. I promise. Uh, I took a little break because I wasn't feeling the best type shit. And yeah, you back. I remember nothing happened, even though it was literally not even that long ago. So I think it was like a mouse or something like that. A mouse dude. Yeah, recall. So let's just get right back to it. I'm not gonna waste no time on it like that. So I'm trying to get the ball rolling again, so I could be familiar with what what's happening and stuff. Oliver. Oliver Blanche, are you here? The voice rings out across waves again, but I don't stop my pace. One step, two. Everything that led to this, everything that you've come to regret, can you see it now? His face, permanently burned into my psyche, speaks to me. You disgust me. Damn. I try to look away from my memories of him, but each time they fade from view, they only come back more blinding than ever. Damn, why is nigga so mad like me to him? You couldn't let go of me, even after I told you what we were. Nothing. So is this like internally? He yanks his hand out of mine violently. Hey, I told you not to touch me. But you. No. He crosses his arms. I told you exactly what we were allowed to do. No touching unless I tell you to. Jesus. No, okay. The sunset across the horizon reflects on the wave as Dawn's face becomes cloaked in inky shadow. He sees me staring and scowls. What are you looking at? Is there something on my face? My smile never fades away. Don't you think it's beautiful this time of night? Oliver, Oliver Blanche, are you here? I never left. Hey, why didn't you pick up your phone? Hey, you didn't pick up your phone, so I let myself in. Are you still asleep in there? I feel like I am. Nothing feels real anymore. There's a knock on my bedroom door, followed by an all too familiar voice. I hope you're decent, because I'm opening your door. I could close my eyes again. Maybe. I hadn't blinked in ages, though. My eyes were just glass orbs. What was even left to see at this point? I'm jolted from my slumber as an intruder barges into my space. God damn it, I had a feeling I'd find you like this. The imposing bear, standing in my doorway, holds her hands out, hands her hips, while she scans over me disapprovingly. You promised me. You promised you would be ready when I got here at 10. She sighs. Some things never change, do they? I yawn and raise my long arms to the ceiling before I can get a response out. I, uh... She interrupts me by shaking her head. Don't worry about it. Hurry up and meet me downstairs when you're ready, please. My friend only shrugs her shoulders in response before walking out of my room. I sigh once I hear the shuffling of her feet down the hall. I'm sorry. My morning routine today is always. My morning routine today is the same as it always is. I can tell as much as soon as my feet touch the floor. I already wish I was back in bed. Too late for that though. I scavenged the floor for a pair of shorts that hadn't been worn too many times. Once those are secured around my waist, I shuffle out of the room and into the bathroom, where I relieve the night's buildup of piss. Any day where you wake up and there's no blood in it, that's a good day. Ew, what the fuck? You're not pissing your like blood in your piss any day. What? What the hell, bro? That quote stuck in my head ever since I first heard in junior high. Can't remember who said it, bro. Whoever said that needs to be taken to the hospital like ASAP. Are they good? I walk over to the sink and inspect myself in the mirror. It's you, you disgusting sack of shit, bro. He's not even like that. He's not even ugly, bro. I grabbed my toothbrush out of its case and began the daily process of squeezing this immaculate corpse of a toothpaste tube. It's been wrung out from every conceivable angle at this point. By this point, after considerable effort, it manages to grasp out at least one remnant of minty freshness. Don't worry about that, guys. Don't. Good enough. I began to massage my teeth and gums with semi-hard bristles of my old brush. I received it for Christmas last year from my older sister. Honestly, it was preferable to my usual gifts of nothing, or if I was lucky, some off-brand cologne that our parents had obviously grabbed from out of a bargain bin for her to give me. At least I'd actually used a toothbrush. Once I felt my teeth had been successfully deplaqued, I turned the sink back on and cupped my hands together to get some fresh water and get some water, raising them to my lips to rinse. As soon as the water enters my mouth, I begin to. Sometime today, Oliver, I spit the water out of my mouth in shock. Luckily, most of it ends in the sink. Shall we? The polar bear stands in the doorframe behind me. I can feel the weight of her judgment as she shakes her head slowly and folds her arms. Wait, so is he like normal height or is he like small because he's a mouse? I told you we were already running behind, didn't I? I pulled the toothbrush out of my mouth and spit it into the sink before facing her again. Sorry, I was just spaced out again. I smiled awkwardly, foamed from the toothpaste, coating my lips and just barely making me look like a fool. And generally making me look like a fool. She sighed aloud. I'll be waiting in the car. Hurry up and get in here, okay? Hey, hurry up in here, okay? I nodded my head, turning my full attention back to the sink. The water runs steadily from the faucet down into the drain in a clear, continuous stream. Water. No, I said I wouldn't get distracted again. I run my toothbrush under the water shortly before turning the faucet on. The toothbrush returned to its proper holster. I pull up the bathroom light switch and make my way towards the door. While on the power walk, I pat my hoodie's pocket. Phone's there. Yep, good to go. Near the entrance to my home, I quickly slide my feet into my sandals. Quite possibly the easiest footwear one could own. The door opens with little grandeur as I quickly step out and close it behind me. As soon as I do, V glares at me with disappointed eyes from the driver's side of her car. She points back to the door and pinches her thumb while twisting her hand to indicate, like, fuck the door. Yeah, fuck the door. I turn back around, pretend to lock the door, and squint to the passenger side of V's car. The polar bear types on her phone as I yank on the handle. Nothing. The door refuses to budge. I yank again, and again, and again, expecting a different result every time. I break into a panic sweat, pulling my whole being and forcing this car door open. V side eyes me, pressing the send key on the message when she was typing before pressing the lock with with the most graceful touch. Graceful touch. Unfortunately, she does this just as I yank on the door in my most forceful attempt yet. I had not properly braced myself for the force of it opening, and I smacked the door in my most vulnerable stomach and groin. Oof. Damn. The bear bares her face in her hands as I stumble backwards. I know that shit hurt. I would have just fell over. Are you quite done? Long ass transition. The short drive out of the Bay Area is most uneventful. They didn't do that. We partake in a bit of auto chatter, but the sound of tires drilling rolling over asphalt consumes most of the trip. Once we enter the city proper, however, my memories of the city spark to life and shine a beacon on the quiet streets. Harborton was hardly a major city, separated from the rest of Virginia on the Delmarva. I don't have a lot of memories from when I was a kid, but from what I can piece together of my time around Baton Rouge, Harborton was different. Arlington was different. Perfect place to hide a body, my sister said when we first arrived. Dozing off again? I shake my head. No, just thinking about the city. Arbiton? She scoffs. Hardly a city. Haven't you been to DC? I shook my shoulders, rolling my back a bit. I don't think I've been out of the city since you took me on that ski trip in '08. The bear briefly looks at me before turning her attention back to the road. Didn't your sister get married last year? Yeah, didn't go. She squints. Hmm. And you said your parents were out this weekend because they were taking a trip to the Bahamas with my sister and her husband. Her brow raises briefly, before settling back down to a more neutral position. But you're here. I shake my head, folding my hands comfortably into my sweater's pocket. I wasn't interested. Hmm. She reaches toward the center console to adjust the AC, turning it up. She smiles as the air ruffles her fur even more intensely, but I just retreat further into my sweater. The passenger side vent blows directly onto me, quickly lowering my body temperature to a much lower level than I'd like. Man, is he anemic or something? Never mind, that's a dumbass question. Why'd I just ask that shit? Cold. Cold. Brr. It's freezing out here. I took my hands into my pockets, doing my best to contain my wet little body heat I had remaining. The last thing I'd want to do was embarrass myself. Type shit. Don, on the other hand, walks well ahead of me. He stops to glance back every so often, and every time our eyes meet, I turn away. The heat my face was emanating could fry an egg. Emanating. If only that was enough to stop the shivering. Damn. The cold September breeze races across the waves, rolling onto the beach, and lifting a bit of the sand. Nighttime was just around the corner, and the hateful gaze of the orange and yellow light just above the harbor provided next to no heat. Are you coming? She said. I snapped my gaze back to my friend. Yeah, sorry. I jogged to catch up to him. I don't know why I made that joke. Are we here to go? Are we going to the? Yes. He continues his pace as if he were on a mission. My short legs do their best to keep up. His message flashes in back in my mind. Need to talk. On my way to pick you up. Why am I speaking so fast? I need to slow down, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It seems simple, but the way my heart soared when I read it will surely stick with me forever. I read those 8 words at least 200 times before he actually showed up. The endless possibilities of what awaited me droned around my skull like an angry wasp, filling me with an overwhelming sense of excitement and dread. Me? Don wants to talk to me. Alone. It was like something out of a cheesy, made-for-TV movie. It all hits me again, and I clam up. My legs won't stop working. My legs stop working, and my heart explodes. The shrapnel pierces my lungs, cutting off my ability to breathe. Without breath, my brain goes fuzzy, and an image of Dawn ahead of me starts to distort. Did you forget Ollie? Eh? Her lips curve into a soft smile. Damn, it was a flashback. You remember what I said about apathy, right? Apathy. I tilt my head, not sure what she's talking about. Oh. She pulls the car into to park on the street before making eye contact with me, raising a devious finger. With my valedictorian speech, yes. Did you sleep through it? Yes, I think he did. I shrugged my shoulders. I couldn't even tell her what year she was talking about. Well, I repeat it here for your sake. She clears her throat before continuing. After you're born, you learn to care. But once you stop caring, that's the end of your life. She pauses. I can remember where it came from, but it stuck with me when I read it. Her eyes shine brightly in the dim light filtering in through her window. Ollie, I tense up as her soft expression searches my guilty face. I'm sorry. I know I've been kind of distant for a while. She shakes her head. But that's no excuse. I should have at least called. My heartbeat intensifies, thundering like a war drum. My stomach churns in turn. I know I've said it 1,000 times, but it bears repeating. Ah, get it? Bears. Ah, funny. Because she's a bear. Yep. She inhales deeply before exhaling a long, proud breath. I don't blame you for any of the things Don did. You didn't know what he was up to, and I was stupid to think otherwise at the time. The vicious rumbling crawls its way up my spine, causing every nerve to squirm in discomfort. So like he was abusive as fuck. Like type shit. What he liked is like he hurt everybody. She looks away from me. You may have been hurt the worst, and I accept some blame for that. So he was he like physically abusive or just? So if it dredges up any narcissist, I'm sorry. My mind is blank, and while words catch my throat, I don't respond. We sit there in silence for a good while, neither daring to broach the topic again. I close my eyes, but all that exists in my head is dark, foggy memories of events I'm not even sure happened. Hey, Ollie. I slowly turn my head towards her and make eye contact. Go on ahead to the bus stop. I've got to take this call. She gives me a weak smile. I'll catch up soon, I promise. I close my eyes, not saying a word as I undo my seatbelt and quietly exit the vehicle. As soon as I shut the door behind me, I can see her swipe hazily on her phone and put up to her ear. She looks back at me before giving me a final, tired smile and turning her full attention to the caller. I close my eyes, shaking my head. I wasn't dumb. My flip-flops clank against the soles of my feet as I walk down the sidewalk. The claps of the soul and shoe blend into the noise of the sound of the street, though it's a pretty quiet day by city standards. People of all types pass me, the occasional sorry as someone gets too close going the opposite way. They hide their faces from me, the people of this town. They always have. They all blend together. The best I could tell was a vague appearance and a job title. It could be said for the ones who have faces anyway. The rest had long since blended into a vague memory of a person that once existed. I try not to look, keep my head low and my eyes on the ground. The beating of my heartbeat pulses through my big ears, each contraction of the muscle echoing inside my skull. Tired? Why am I so tired? The trip to the bus terminal was mercifully short, but I still feel the overwhelming urge to sit myself down. I've never really had that energy to do anything too strenuous, but these last few years, I felt even basic activities became more difficult. My knees are wobbly and my vision is blurred. My lungs are working overtime, breathing in the salty air. After what, an 11-minute walk? I practically collapse into a nearby bench, my bones audibly creaking as I do. God, I'm pathetic. I just need a few minutes of shut eye. I lean forward, raising my head in a cradle of fingers. Just just a minute. I'm. What did I say so fast, bruh? His breath echoes throughout the silent darkness. I'm just. A faint blue light catches my eyes as the moon reveals herself to me. Ah, the horizon. Almost misgendered the moon. That's insane. I didn't get to say goodnight to you, did I? Grasping for air, my eyes shoot open and I'm blinded by moonlight. Wait, the fuck? Oh shit. Damn. So we only gonna get like a glimpse of like Sam yelps out behind me. Ah, fuck you. I nearly dropped my phone in the water, man. I shake my head, trying to make any sense of what's happening. I don't know why I give him a but, but the cat gets out from its seated position, walking over me. A bug? You swallowed a bug? Is that why you over here causing a scene? I was standing at the edge of the dock on unsteady legs, looking out towards the horizon. Completely unmoved, I stood where I was before. My mind races a mile a minute, since it's returning to me all at once. I shout out the one word that repeatedly jumps to the top of my mind. Oliver. I cry out his name, hoping, praying for something or anything. What? No, that's not one of the approved pet names. What, bro? Just Sam is fine. Ugh. With the sudden pressure assaulting my insides, I lurch over and spew my dinner into the ocean. Well, it can wait. Oh my god. I stumble into the darkness after Sam opens the door for me. The hotel room was pitch black, but I remembered the layout well enough to find my way to the futon on the bed, the futon by the bed. Hey, no complaining. I recoil as the light flips on. I warned you that you ate way too much food. Oh yeah, that nigga did eat a bunch of fries, didn't he? He steps over to me, leaning against the far wall of the room. And if you're gonna puke again, try to hit the toilet. And you may want to take that shirt off. Still feeling woozy, I place a hand on my chest. I need a shower. I hope you brought some extra clothes. Thought my stuff would fit you. In fact, I think I only have one pair of pants. After sloppily unbuttoning my shirt and sliding it out of it, I flopped onto my back. I showed my eyes from my inner elbow, moved my inner elbow as the futon creaks under my weight. I might have an extra shirt in my car. Maybe. I hear a foot tap, each tap of shoe against towel rattling around in my skull. Hey, are you even listening to me right now? No, he's not. He's out of it. He's done for the night. I shake my head, still holding my arm to my eyes. Aw, come on. I know you're paying attention. I know you're paying attention. Unfortunately. My eyes bulge against the lids as he snaps his fingers. Mm-hmm. I can feel his disgustingly toothy smile beam on me. smile beaming on me. I suppose I could let you pass out right now, but I'll be pointing the fan right at you. I don't think I can sleep with the smell assaulting me all night. I don't even respond to him at this point. Rest. I want to rest, but the memories of Oliver remain fresh on my mind. Fresh on my brain. Memories. Is that what those were? It. It's as if the long, gangly arms were still wrapped around me, inserting shadowy fingers into my eye sockets. While my first instinct was to be skeptical of the nightmare, deep inside, I knew it was real. I could see through his eyes. I could feel the hopelessness woven into every fiber of his being. Damn. Ugh. The moonlight pouring in through the windows above me sends a chill up my spine as my heart beats in my ears. Wayward thoughts float by my eyelids, with one in particular staring back at me clear as day. What were you, Oliver? Rather, what are you? Damn. The end, bro. End of chapter 2. Like, if y'all like me reading this shit, cause I enjoy reading it. I'm liking it so far a lot, and yeah, just like you don't even gotta subscribe type shit, bro. But yeah, next chapter is called Redux. Apparently, what am I talking about? It's literally right there. I'm slow as fuck, but yeah, if y'all like me reading it, y'all like hearing it, like y'all liking the story so far, type shit, subscribe. You know what I mean? And like the video.